Let's just make sure this is on. Hello, welcome to another episode of I Don't Know How to Talk to a Camera. I'm YouTube's darling, Clementine Shoe, and I'll be your host today. We're in the midst of a pandemic, and as such, I have no friends. So, I figured I'd just be my own friend and play my favorite game, Truth or Truth.
So, Clementine, truth or truth?
Truth.
The first question is, what was the last thing you searched on your phone?
I hate to admit this, the last thing I searched on my phone was truth or dare questions.
If you had to choose between going naked or having thought bubbles appear above your head for everyone to read, which one would you choose?
It's hard to say because I look really good naked, and my internal thoughts are also really good. What do people want to see more? I feel like I would go with naked because it's summer and I don't want to have to wear all of these clothes. It's very hot out. But in the winter, I may very well choose the other one, which is thought bubbles, because I'm clever.
So, Clementine, truth or truth?
This is a tough one. I think I'm gonna have to go with truth.
Have you ever tasted a booger?
Yes, and I actually have a favorite type. I don't like the kind that's particularly crusty. I find that crust of any sort, whether it's bloody or green, is pretty gross. I actually prefer something that's not totally watery. It has a nice yellow, like a lemon yellow color, and it's quite firm and globular, and it forms a perfect circle. That's my favorite type of booger. Highly recommend. You can't buy that at the store though.
Who do you think is the worst dressed person in the room?
World?
Room.
I don't know.
What are some of the things you sit on while thinking on the toilet? What are some of the things you sit on while on the toilet?
Well, I usually don't think. So, you know what's funny about that thought bubble question? I actually don't have any thoughts.
Did you have an imaginary friend growing up?
Yes, I did. A person. Yes, I did. I had 3 horses. I had a palomino named Angel, a pure white horse named Sugar, who got way too dirty, and a black horse named Midnight. Oh, I also had a Clydesdale named Thunder, and I rode all of them all the time. And yes, my parents should have gotten me a pony, but I guess that's beside the point, isn't it? So yeah, moving on.
Do you cover your eyes during the scary part in a movie?
Of course not.
What is your worst habit?
I would say belching, but everyone around me loves it.
Because I have such a melodious voice. Have you ever had a wardrobe malfunction?
Yes, I tend to wear skirts and dresses. They're a bit short on me, and I used to have this book bag that was right around the same length as the skirts, and it used to ride up and expose my underwear. I pretty much only wear granny panties. That's another video though.
What's your most embarrassing moment in public?
One time in 6th grade, the exchange students from the high school were giving presentations in front of our classes. And this girl from Denmark was giving a presentation on the differences between Denmark and the United States, and then I farted, the loudest fart that I've had in my whole life. Everyone pretended not to hear it, which somehow made it worse. So, yeah.
So, Clementine, truth or truth?
Truth.
Have you ever farted loudly in class?
I don't know. Have I? Some people don't listen, it seems.
Do you ever talk to yourself in front of a mirror?
No, but I am currently talking to myself in front of a camera.
Do you sleep with a stuffed animal?
I sleep with a Grinch doll. He has the face of Jim Carrey and a furry green body. He makes me feel not so alone at night.
Do you drool in your sleep?
Yes. I like to collect it in a little glass cup and drink it in the morning so I don't get dehydrated.
Who is your secret crush?
I I didn't want to say this because I'm afraid he's watching, but my secret crush is Oscar the Grouch, and let me tell you why. Number one, he's really cute, and I like green Muppet type characters. So I've heard from multiple boyfriends in the past that I'm the perfect manic pixie dream girl, and of course they're right. And I think that the archetype of the brooding, artistic one is Oscar, and so I feel like he might be my soulmate just with that in mind. Additionally, you know, he's the brain to my brawn, and I'm also looking for a bigger apartment, and I think that his trash can fits the bill. So if Oscar is watching this right now, will you marry me?
What does your dream boy or girl look like?
He's green and covered in hair, and he sounds kind of like this. So, yeah.
Who is the sexiest person in this room?
How do you rate your looks on a scale of 1 to 10? What kind of a sick question is that?
Truth or truth, Clementine?
Truth.
What don't you like about me?
Well, Clementine, that you're terribly vain. You are awkward, and you can't seem to get a job.
What color underwear are you wearing now?
Invisible.
If you could suddenly become invisible, what do you do?
Can you become invisible at will, or is it just you're dead to the world now? Because in which case that means you're just a ghost. So I hope I don't.
Do you pee in the shower?
Yes, of course. Yes, I pee in the shower. It was one of the biggest moments for me in terms of growing up. It's the first time I learned to let go. So thank you, shower, for that.
What is your biggest fear?
Rabies.
Truth or truth, Clementine Shoe? Shoe?
Truth.
Have you ever kept a library book?
Yes, I have. You know what? I still haven't read it, so I don't know the title. But one day I will read it and I will return it to the library. I'm sorry to the library for that. I never went back after that because I was like, they're gonna know.
Truth or truth?
Truth!
How many selfies do you take a day?
That's so hard to say. Sometimes 100, sometimes 0. We're not all consistent.
Have you ever used self-tanner?
Obviously not.
What is something you've done to try and be cooler?
I used ice cubes on my hot feet, but I'm not going to play that game. Something I've done to be cooler is, I remember. I filmed a Facebook Live video of me drinking a glass of hot sauce, and it was just like a 15-minute video, me saying nothing. A lot of people liked it. It was one of my most liked posts. I gained a lot of clout. Was it worth the diarrhea? It felt really good. So I'm gonna say yeah, but with a caveat that I don't think I would do it again or recommend that other people do it ever. Yeah. What do your favorite pajamas look like? Boring. Boring question. These people need to grow up.
Do you lick your plate?
It depends on how good it is, but yes, sometimes.
Do you write in a diary?
Okay, I'm gonna fix my hair a little bit.
Would you rather go a month without washing your hair or go a day without wearing a bra?
That's funny that you ask because I have done both at the same time. Some people just don't care, and that people is me alone because I'm very random, very weird, and you should all exalt me as your ruler. But yeah, so I would say that I would rather go a day without a bra because it's less permanent.
Have you ever asked someone out?
Yes, and they said no.
If you had to make out with a boy at school, who would it be?
Oscar the Grouch. If we're talking about the school of the unemployed, Oscar the Grouch.
Truth or truth, Clementine Shoe? Do you wear tidy whities or granny panties?
Yes, and they're my preferred set of underwear. Thank you very much.
Do you ever admire yourself in the mirror?
No. Goodness me. My camera went and died on me, so I apologize if things look a little bit shaken up, because they are. It's about 30 minutes later, my battery is marginally more charged, and we are going to get into the rest of the questions for Truth or Dare for girls, and that is me, a girl who is playing Truth or Truth with me, myself, and I. Alright, so the next question is...
Do you secretly love Twilight?
No.
Have you ever wanted to be a cheerleader? Who is the hottest, Hagrid, Dumbledore, or Dobby?
It's almost certainly Dumbledore. He's the only one who's about my height, and I guess that's important to me.
What is the most embarrassing thing you've said or done in front of someone that you like?
This is the same person that I asked out. I was listening to his conversation with another girl who lived in our hall who I thought was really pretty, and this girl came in and we were all sitting in a lounge area. She came in and sat down and he was engaging her in conversation. And I texted my roommate saying his feet are pointed at her because I wanted her to recognize that he really liked her and he didn't like me and I didn't have any chance with him. And I accidentally sent it to him. I had to wait for the 45 seconds as the text was delivered and then watch as he realized that I was talking about his feet, pointing at her, the girl that he was talking to. We had been sitting on the couch together, and then he moved to a different couch so he wouldn't have to sit next to me. Only a little mortifying. Okay.
Which part of your body do you want to change?
My shoulder.
If you could be another girl at our school, who would you be?
Probably that girl whose feet he was pointing at.
Who do you hate the most?
Ted.
Jock, nerd, or bad guy?
That's easy. I would always pick bad guy.
What is the sexiest thing about a guy?
His dignity.
Describe your dream career.
It would be a job where I sit down in my house and I film myself and get paid for it and then become very rich and famous. And then I buy a house in the West Village and also a house in Montreal and also a house in Lisbon and also a house in Paris and also a house in, let's say, Michigan for good measure. That's what I want for a job.
Would you go a year without your phone if it meant that you could marry the person of your dreams?
Yeah, of course I would. It's not easy to find people that you like.
Would you date someone shorter than you?
Sorry, boys. But actually, maybe, if I like him enough and he's confident enough about his height. You must be secure on your height, okay?
If someone paid you $10,000 to wear your bra outside your shirt, would you do it?
Are you offering? Because in this case, I'll pick Dare. For $1,000, I will wear my bra on the outside of my shirt. So I'd like to inquire, where is my $1,000? I'm wearing my bra on the outside of my shirt. Everyone can see just what my bra looks like. So I would like my money now, and I would like my employment now. Please and thank you. So anyway, that's the video. I would answer more questions. However, the blinking red light of doom is flashing before my very eyes, and I can see that my camera is on its deathbed. Subscribe. Pay me $1,000 because otherwise I will send the collectors on you. And I would like to thank you very warmly for watching The Humiliation Circus with Clementine Shoe, YouTube's darling. You heard it here first, folks. So, goodbye.